Tuesday. Welcome back to our sleep challenge group. Today we're talking about vitamins and minerals for sleep. So a couple of just notes on vitamins and minerals in general. The first one is that ideally we would all get our vitamins and our minerals from a super healthy diet, and we would just eat so many vegetables, fruits, natural sources of fiber, and we would all just be so healthy. But I can't tell you how many of my clients come to me and say, I eat so well and yet I'm suffering from X, Y, and Z. I supplement simple vitamins, whole food-based vitamins, and things get better. And that is because the soil is depleted of most of the natural and needed vitamins and minerals. And so supplementation, I believe, and it's truly an opinion and a belief, is key. There was a study done on a beet, and I reference this all the time, so sorry if you're tired of hearing about it. But I think it was in 2015, they took a beet and they looked at the nitric acid in it. The nitric oxide in it, and it was 1/25 of a beet from 1960. And that's just a beet, you guys. Like that's most people don't even eat beets right now. And so just think of all of the things that we are expecting to have so much vitamins and minerals, and don't get me wrong, they still have the fiber content that we need. And so it's super important still to eat your vitamins and your minerals, your vegetables and your fruits. Anyways, so I truly believe that supplementation is key. Like I talked about in my first video, if you don't have the building blocks, if you don't have the bricks to build the house, then you're not going to get very far. So that's always the first step, okay? So let's dive into this. The number one thing that I want you to remember is that you need calcium for sleep. So many of us are depleted of calcium. That's why, like, old women get osteoporosis, is because we're low in calcium. Okay, the first treatment, even in medicine for osteoporosis, is calcium plus vitamin D. So I just know from just studies and studies and studies, almost everybody's depleted in calcium. It's why we get cavities in our teeth, osteoporosis, fractures, all that type of stuff. So, calcium. You remember nothing from this entire week. Calcium. Everybody needs to be taking a calcium supplement because, like I just said, the soil is depleted. So, the reason calcium is because calcium is one of the building blocks to make the enzyme tryptophan. Tryptophan, you may know because it's found in turkey, and so everybody references it after Thanksgiving because everybody gets all sleepy because they just ate a bunch of turkey. And tryptophan is needed to make melatonin. It's converted from tryptophan to melatonin. So if you don't have this, you're not going to get here, right? So a couple of other important notes is that in order to absorb calcium in the gut, you need vitamin D, and in order to make vitamin D active, you need magnesium. So we just found out 3 main things that we need. Calcium is highly found in, obviously, dairy products, cheeses, but spinach is actually really high in calcium. Vitamin D is found from the sun, and my video yesterday talked about getting sunlight, but you can also orally substitute vitamin D. And most people get it in the D3 form. I don't know that you can get it in any other form. So vitamin D, and then magnesium. And magnesium is found in, it's a trace mineral, so it's typically found in your vegetables. And anyways, the soil is depleted of it. I don't mean that to say, like, don't eat your vegetables, because there's so many things that you're getting from vegetables, but supplementation is pretty key for magnesium. I wrote these down in red because you cannot absorb calcium if you have fiber. Now, it's not that you can't absorb any calcium, but if you're taking your calcium supplement with a meal that has a lot of fiber in it, you're probably going to absorb 60% or less than 60% of the calcium that you took. You can't absorb it if you have alcohol in the gut. Salt inhibits the absorption of calcium, and something called oxalic acid, which you find in a lot of vegetables. All of those inhibit the absorption of calcium. So big take home, take your calcium on an empty stomach, okay? Empty stomach. And I linked a couple of really good calcium supplements that I like. They taste good. They're not going to upset your stomach. There's calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. They don't upset your stomach. They're not zinc, and they're not, oh gosh, what's the other big one? I can't remember. Anyway, zinc is a bad one. So, moving on, the next thing that we need is vitamin B3, 5, 6, 9, and 12, because those are other building blocks for tryptophan. And when I say B3, 5, 6, 9, and 12, I go, hold on, B vitamins are morning vitamins because they wake you up. So these are something that you do need to be taking in the morning. They'll wake you up, but they're essential for making tryptophan at night. So it's important that, I believe in supplementation, and I also believe that you need to be supplementing twice a day because there are morning vitamins and there are evening vitamins. And the reason for that is because these need things like fiber, and they need to be taken with food. So in the morning with food. To be able to be absorbed. And then I wrote down methylated here. Now there's a gene mutation that is common called the MTHFR gene mutation. And it makes it so that you cannot add a methyl group, for those of you remembering flashbacks, terrible, of organic chemistry. I loved organic chemistry, by the way. But in order to add that carbon hydrogen group to your B3, you need this gene, and there's a common gene mutation. So the way that we get around that is by taking methylated B vitamins. And again, I've linked a couple. So there's no harm if you don't have that gene mutation in taking methylated B vitamins. So I just really recommend methylated B vitamins for everybody, and you'll probably identify that you have the gene or don't. Other things with the MTHFR gene mutation is you tend to be sensitive to gluten. So if you are sensitive to gluten and you're not taking methylated B vitamins, then what are you doing? You need to be taking methylated B vitamins. So that is the B vitamins. The next one, iron, vitamin E, and vitamin C are all for muscle relaxation. And everything I read on like the CDC's website, muscle relaxation, said that these were essential for restless leg syndrome, which is just a really terrible, like, it's like, you get the problem without having, you don't have any of these building blocks, right? And you can't relax your muscles. And then that goes for a long, long, long time. And then you get restless leg syndrome. So one of the treatments in medicine for restless leg syndrome is actually quinine water. And all quinine water is doing is helping you absorb iron and vitamin C. And it just opens the cell to accept those things. So anyways, it's just, since I've left medicine, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so simple, you guys, so simple. So iron is something that needs vitamin C to be absorbed. So vitamin C doesn't actually help in muscle relaxation, but you need it to absorb iron. And then vitamin E helps in muscle relaxation. So those are kind of your big take homes. Like I said, I linked products for you. I was going to say that iron supplementation is actually really hard. I do recommend iron citrate if you need it. Most people are not low in iron. If you are a meat-eating human, you're not low in iron, you are low in vitamin C. And most vitamin C that we are taking in the United States is synthetic. And so this is a point that I really wanted to make. We can't absorb synthetic vitamin C. Our body has no idea what to do with it. And so we just poop it out. And so it's really important that you look for whole food vitamins or food-based is what they'll say. Vitamins, and vitamin C is the big one. So I don't really recommend supplementing with iron unless you have supplemented with your vitamin C and you continue to be low in it. I don't really recommend supplementing iron, but we do need it in order to make muscles relax. But we do need to supplement our vitamin C. So that's my quick little vitamins and minerals. I cannot wait to hear what your aha moment is, and hopefully this will help you guys start sleeping better. I think that this is the key to sleeping better. The next couple videos will help you sleep. They'll help your body know that it's time to sleep. But realistically, I can't tell you how many times that I give people good vitamins, good supplements, and they tell me I'm sleeping better. Wow, great, perfect. And so anyways, that is the key to sleep, is getting good building blocks. You guys, thanks for sticking around. Thank you for watching day 2. I am so proud of you. I cannot wait to see what benefits that you guys have out of investing in your health. If you enjoyed this video and you want more like it, feel free to follow my YouTube channel, or they call it subscribe. If you are interested in one-on-one coaching, feel free to reach out to me. I have linked my email below.